Hi. My vomit has been bright orange on 5 occasions. The first time, I was a little kid taking a road trip in my grandma's car, and I ate 5 whole boxes of orange Tic Tacs, and there was just orange all over the highway. The second time's a mystery. I'm not really sure. I want to blame it on the moonshine, but I don't really know. It was just, there it was. The third, fourth, and fifth times were because of Cheese Fest. Now, I need to explain that a little bit. In the fifth season of The Simpsons, there's an episode called Rosebud. I'm sure you've seen it. Mr. Burns is looking for his lost bear, Bobo. Maggie has found Bobo. It's a really touching story, one of my favorite episodes. And my favorite scene in it, Mr. Burns and Smithers are suction cupping their way through the Simpsons household. I don't know if you remember that. And they're caught in the act by Homer, who, unbeknownst to him, has stopped them in their tracks to eat 64 slices of processed cheese. A friend of my friend's brother saw that episode, and unlike you, who saw it and said, ew, he saw it and said, I could do that. Now, unfortunately for him, he said that in front of his friends, who then were like, well, let's do this. And Cheese Fest was born. They bought 64 slices of Kraft singles, and I think, I wasn't there, I think he ate around 20 or so? Yeah, okay, pretty good. Proving that a real human can eat less cheese than a fictional fat man. It's really not, you don't need the science to prove it, one test is enough. Word got around about it. Most people went, ew. One friend of mine in particular said, oh, I could do that. And so Cheese Fest 2 happened. My friend Gabe, in a cape on my friend's porch, triumphant music playing in the background, 8 and 9 slices. And ran away. He literally ran down the street to avoid eating a 10th slice. At this point, 2 down, Homer winning, right? That's easy. And then I heard about it. And I said, I thought gross, ew, but I thought I could do it. It's really this thing that's like 64 slices, that's only that much cheese. That's not bad. And actually me and 3 of my friends also wanted to try this at the same time. So suddenly, it's not just me versus Homer, it's me versus my friends versus Homer. So now it's a competition. So we lay down ground rules. First rule, just cheese and water. Because it would be unfair if, get some seltzer or, have some crackers with your cheese. That's just cheating. Okay, it's cheese. Second rule, no getting drunk, no pot. That's a no-brainer. I think I've eaten like 70 slices if I've been. And the third rule, okay, we knew if we were going to go for it, and with competition, you're going to go for it, there was going to be vomit. It's going to happen. It's a foregone conclusion. So how are we going to deal with that? First idea was try and estimate how much cheese was vomited out and then subtract that from your total. Logistics didn't work out for that, so okay, that one's out. Second option, which seemed logical, was you vomit, you're out, and that's your count. But it was going to be a party, and we wanted to see a lot of cheese. So the conclusion was, if you vomit up 20 slices of cheese and then go to eat a 21st, that's punishment enough. So it's vomit and go. We're going to go until you can't possibly eat another slice. That's where we're going to go. Because that's how you do it. If you're going to go cheese, you go hard. So the night comes, and Gabe is back for some reason. I guess he wants to get to double digits. There's a couple other competitors. The one that really scared me is a guy I hadn't met yet. His name was Tim. And I had heard rumors of him that he had eaten 24 butter tarts in one sitting. Or a pound of sugar in a single day. I don't even know where that would come from. So he was really, I had my eyes on him. And so we all had our managers in tow. You need managers because it's a big show. The managers mostly unwrapped the cheese and counted the slices. Thank you. Emptied out the buckets as well. That's a very important job. So we were eating. We got off to a rocket start, just slice after slice. You know, you don't have to chew it really. It just sort of slides down at first. So eating cheese, and obviously Gabe peels out first. And then the second, and then it's just me and Tim, and it's sort of neck and neck for a while, and I'm full. I'm like, I can't eat another slice. And the other guys, you know, I should make an aside. They've been vomiting this whole time, sticking their fingers down their throat, emptying their gut, moving on. This is not a healthy event. This is pure, unbridled teenage idiocracy. I can't do that. I can't possibly bring myself to stick my fingers down my throat to win a cheese eating competition. But I know if I can't vomit, I can't win. So I do the only thing I can think of, which is spin around really fast. Just like try and just get nausea on my side and go. And with my manager, Luke, just cheering at me. They're like, go, vomit, you can do it. And I can, hooray. So it's neck and neck, me and Tim. Tim drops out at 41 slices. I know I have to eat just 2 more slices and I can win this thing. And I do. I win the 3rd Cheese Fest. But it's a loss because Homer ate 64. So I get a trophy. I get the admiration of my peers. But Homer's still there. And so next year, obviously, I go in for the prize. I'm coming back with the belt. I got the championship to defend. And I know that this time I can do it. I eat healthy that day, a lot of fiber. A lot of, and I've gotten over the one sort of wall in my way, and I go in there, jam down 15 slices, and then, bleh, great, good form. That year is also, there was a female competitor that year, and she ate like 25 slices and didn't vomit once. It was amazing. Now, Tim won that year. With a grand total of 66 slices, which is a lot of cheese. However, I think I had the true victory because I managed to beat Homer Simpson first. I was the first one of all of us to eat more slices than the Simpson writers thought was ridiculous. And that's the true victory, I think. The next year I came back again. I don't know why. I ate like 10, 15, because really the fight was gone. There was still competition, but there wasn't Homer anymore, and that's what really drew me into it. Tim ate 100 that year in like an hour. He's a machine. Like those rumors were true. He's a monster. And I guess, really, if I can think of one thing to really sum it all up, that first year when I ate the 42 slices, we all had these bright orange T-shirts, and I wrote a poem on mine, and it was craft processed singles, poison for our bodies, but a cure for our souls. Thanks.